Gotta brace myself against this wind. The beach Denor told me about should be nearby. Behemoth. Just like Denor said. I need to take it down while it's boosted by those spike points around it. But I'm gonna do some damage to it beforehand. Make this fight easier. Got a piece of it! The last big snout. Without it, I can't get boosted behemoth parts. I need to find another herd. Behemoth. And some spike snouts. Maybe I can get that special salvage this time. Boosted the behemoth. Now's the time to take it down. I did it. Parts for Denor. There we go.
Hey, Aloy. How goes the hunt?
Took down that behemoth.
We'll make him
So,
Right.
Something wrong?
I found a message from Warren. It just said, take the man who always had a plan.
And that's...
I barely know what I'm doing half the time.
From where I'm standing? You've been doing a...
I guess we have been able... And now I'll make sure we will. If you ever make it back to Barren Light, I'll probably have this armor ready by then.
Maybe I will.
Me? Leave? Someone's got to keep an eye on this crew. Nice. Very nice. I gotta say, these are some good pieces. Each set has great parts, but overall, none of them scream best in the West, you know? But not to worry, I might be able to pull in some favors. Sell these sets instead.
What about the prize?
Well, no one really brought what I asked for, so I'll just keep that and get going.
What?
You've got to be kidding me!
This is unacceptable!
After all the work we did?
Not so fast, Karif. You said each set had great parts. So make a set that combines them.
She's right. It'd make the perfect defense against the Forbidden West.
A creative and communal endeavor. I approve.
And since everyone came up with part of it, they should all get the shards you promised.
Fine. Then just forge the armor, give it to me, and I'll take it back east.
And let you walk away with our best work? No. Let the Savior of Meridian have it. She'll test it out properly.
Best armor in the Forbidden West. Tested by the Savior of Meridian herself. Not a bad selling point. Okay, you all got yourselves a deal. I'll go get things ready with my business contacts then.
You do that.
Don't go anywhere. This won't take long.
This armor ought to be worthy of the greatest hunter in the Forbidden West.
Thank you. So, what now?
That little spot we found in the desert kinda grew on me. Wouldn't mind sticking around. There's still plenty of salvage to be done out here.
Looks like we're all staying in the West.
I guess I'll be seeing you around then. Thanks again for the armor. You all put a lot into it.
Using those behemoth parts for the armor. Would have never thought of that.
It paired up nicely with your rollerback salvage. Can't believe you actually hunted one down.
collecting borrower scrap. Little buggers.
When you're wounded, you have to strike back. Draw blood.
Hey! Can't I get one damn minute to mourn my friend?
Regalla is going to slaughter my tribe to overthrow Hikaru. The Zeniths have Beta and Gaia. We can't sit around wallowing in our losses.
Kotallo's right. We must fight.
Oh, all right. So what are we gonna do, huh? Take on all of Regalla's rebels?
Not to mention the Zeniths. What can we even do? Throw ourselves at their base?
Something like that. So...
After we lost contact with you, we regrouped and went to Gemini. What happened? The recording we found on Varl's focus cut off when that Zenith, Eric...
The Zeniths were tracking Hephaestus. When Gaia trapped it in Gemini, they knew where we were. After Varl tried to stop them, they took Beta and Gaia. I only survived because one of the Zeniths turned against the others to save me.
One of them? Well... at least we didn't lose you too. So what do we do now?
We're going to defeat the Zeniths. And get Beta and Gaia back. But first, we're going to stop Regalla.
How?
Back in Gemini, Beta gave me a gift. There's something I need to do first to make it work, but it could put an end to the bloodshed.
Word is, Regalla's readying her army for an all-out assault on the Grove. I need to be there.
I know. Go. Stand with Hikaru. And keep an eye on the sky.
Strike true as the 10.
The rest of you, whatever preparations you need to make, upgrades, resupplies, get on it. It won't be long before we take the fight to the Zeniths.
We'll be ready, Aloy. And when you're ready, meet me outside the east exit. I'd like to have a word in private.
Even when things are darkest, you're the flame that lights the way forward.
Just tell me one thing. Am I gonna get to smash up a bunch of Zenith bastards?
We all are.
Good.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll be there.
I never doubted.
Oh, I'm glad you're back.
So am I. I know you hate...
Oh, are you okay?
I'm getting her...
Understood.
Do you...
I can't keep...
I need to get going.
You better do me a...
I'll do my best. We look...
Var. And that's...
We won't. How are...
Var. But...
They need...
And...
I don't know.
If I...
We're going...
That...
If my...
Yeah, the... And... But...
And dead. Till...
Did...
She...
But you... Where I come, the higher the... I'd be...
I should be ready to go.
I won't let...
I know.
Over here, Aloy. We would come out here to tend to the garden. Sometimes I needed fresh air. Other times we would simply sit and watch the sunrise. So when we returned from Gemini, it seemed fitting that he be laid to rest here. Now he can always look out at Plainsong and further east to the Nora Sacred Lands.
He would have liked that.
He often spoke of his sister, Vala. He said she used to gather her favorite golden blooms and tie them to her spear. Their mother called it useless, but Vala was stubborn.
Yeah, she seemed like that.
It wasn't easy. But I tracked down the flower. Gathered its seeds. As verdant limbs wither, roots rot in snow, still the sea rises as certain as stone. From death follows new life. So it is with the land. And so it is with us. I'm with child, Aloy. I was going to tell him when he got back from Gemini. Instead, one day, I'll bring our child here. We'll sit among the blooms and watch the sunrise.
I never got to tell him. To thank him. For saving my life, sure, but also for not giving up on me.
He always knew.
Goodbye, Varl. I promise to look after them. visit again when I can. But for now, I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override on my spear. Then I'll use it on a sunring and get ready for an entrance. Regalla will never forget. Override installed. Now to find a sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain. Think you stop it? Yes. Then okay. I know, but once don't wherever you want. We'll be already at Aaron. How's it for a moment? But I never guessed that. I need to get what I'll try.
I keep thinking.
Was there some? But where I come, the higher the... I'd be careful. Right.
Okay, I need to find a sunwing to override. Better head up the mountain. Good. There are sunwings up here. I'll have to approach them quietly. Whoa! Head rush. Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines referred to as Tolnecs. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it. There's a Tallneck. Need to get on top of its head. Now, how to land this thing. Just got our gloves. Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the Tallneck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regalla's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
There's the energy cell. Time is back. Got the cell. Now on to the Grove. Pulse from Tallneck should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. It'll be useful, even after I deal with Regalla. Go.
Regalla's inside. Hekarro will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
It's Aloy! She flies on the wings of the Ten. The tide has turned! Push through!
End of the line, Hekarro. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regalla!
bloodshed. Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
The fight is just beginning!
Alright, so that's how it's gonna be.
This is where it ends!
Yeah, it is.
I waited for the battle that would prove me! Here I am again, on my knees before bootlets and cowards. Go ahead, run me through!
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the Ten. You who challenged her by our rights. You must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die. I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about? We'll be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes. My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room. He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regalla.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regalla's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regalla gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead. May it keep you safe.
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tenakth for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tenakth army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Aloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late. Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board, so head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Now that I can fly, I might want to see what else I can do before I head back.
She who flies on the wings of the king is always welcome to victory.
Stash this away for later.
Can't stall forever.
Yep, that's her.
That she flew as one.
If it isn't, what can I do? Oh, no problem. Well, safe.
Regalla's rebellion is finally over. All thanks to
A swift end to your
Walk of honor.
I think I'm back in range of the Vista Point. I could try to find where the image was taken. This is the mountain road out to Nora, closer to the Stormbird. His armor should be around here somewhere. Fragment of Farika's armor. There must be more. I don't like the sound of that. Whoa! It must be the Stormbird that killed Farika. Farika's armor. One more bit of armor lodged in the machine. Another armor fragment. Check what my focus says, maybe. Looks like another bit of armor. I guess that's it then. I should let the Tenakth know I recovered what's left. Farika's kit.
More respectful. Drop the echo.
Good. Did you try to ride a... We saw you fly. Did you find Farika?
I was able to retrieve her armor. What's left of it anyway. She didn't stand a chance against that Stormbird.
Ah, I see.
Even Outlanders say that Regalla is treacherous.
Outlander, I have just the things you need.
Rebellion is shame.
I hear the battle at the embassy. Walk proudly, Outlander.
There are no legends.
Can you fell Regalla as easily as
Here,
walk
Outlander.
Beta Regalla.
Once you repair Farika's armor...
Outlander. Come and trade.
Hit harder, soldier. Allow me to straw.
strike true.
Going down. Flying too high. Need to adjust. Shake off this wet. The sentry said the raft was heading west. One raft in an ocean. Should be easy to find. I'm not gonna find anything out here. The sentry said the raft sailed west from Tide's Reach. I don't see a raft down there. Fugitives must be somewhere else. Machines. Gotta be careful. Wreckage from a raft. Maybe those fugitives didn't make it too far after all. I'll only find out if I go down there. There's someone down on that rocky outcrop.
Leave me here, Outlander!
Your wings holding up? You're one of the raiders who attacked Tide's Reach? Where are the others?
Holed up on top of a tower across the sea to the west. Where I left them. I thought that they were true Tanakh, but they're murderers, not soldiers.
The Tanakh that Tide's Reach think you should all face justice.
Then they should come and get me themselves. If you want justice, then find the others. Leave me here to face the sea. My last battle.
So those fugitives are in a tower to the west. If they're close to landfall, they could be a threat to the Queen. I better take care of them. A wrecked Quen ship. Must be the one Harriam and Christia were on. Should be able to look for that gyro compass with my focus. I've been made. It's weak against shock. That'll make things easier. Just gotta look for the coin's gyro compass on that rack. There's no compass here. The machines could have scavenged it out of the wreckage. I should check any scrap piles left around the island, just to be sure. Let's hope I can find the gyro compass in one of those scrap piles. That's it. This thing took a beating. Not sure it still works. Better take it to Harry and Christia. Maybe they can fix it. Someone's lit a fire. It must be the raiders who attacked Tide's Reach.
Up there! There's someone flying!
These fugitives escaped. Okay, that's the
Who's
raiders.
that?
And they are...
Who cares? Bring her down! What's the Gala doing here? Bring that Outlander down!
That's the last of them. Those raiders won't be attacking Tide's Reach again. Or anyone else.
By the ancestors. You're back. Is that?
I'm sorry.
It's broken. Our last hope.
No.
I can't believe it.
There you are. Did your excursion pan out?
Don't start. You bet.
I can't fly this in there. Better be off. Harriet and Christia said I'd find ancient ships in this area. I should take a look. Looks like there's a shipwreck on the beach. Looks like there's a shipwreck on the beach. I think I'll find any ancient ships in here. There. The sinking ship. Maybe it has what Harriet and Christia need to fix the gyro compass. The ship's antenna. Let's hope the sensor unit is still intact. No sensor unit. But there is an old recording.
This is the USS Anchorage. Hailing anyone who's left. The Medina, the Omaha, and the New Orleans are down, and the swarm just cracked the Harris open like an egg. Incoming! Hold on! The lead Horus is heavily damaged. If we can concentrate fire, maybe we can still take it down. I think we've got a ping on the Hamilton! Lost it! Sensors down! We're sailing blind!
It sounds like their sensor unit was taken out. They were trying to reach other ships. Guess I should find the batteries now. My focus should pick them up. There. Looks like some sort of power source. Must be a battery. Down, 2 to go. Another battery. Just need one more of these. take a look inside that shipwreck. See if there's any power sources there. Take a look inside that shipwreck. See if there's any power sources there. Found you. Take a look inside that shipwreck. See if there's any power sources there. Take a look inside that shipwreck. See if there's any power sources there. Take a look inside that shipwreck. See if there's any power sources there. Take a look inside that shipwreck. See if there's any power sources there. Take a look inside that shipwreck. See if there's any power sources there. Focus picked up coordinates from that transmission I found. If there's more shipwrecks there, one might have an intact sensor. Better turn around. That's no good. There's smells out. Do its thing. Good use of this. I can find a voice recording here.
No. Just got the Harrison 2. The remaining ships are concentrating their fire on the lead Horus, but there must be 6 more coming in behind it. And there are several ashore and moving inland further up the coast. Copy that. We'll keep eyes on it. But whatever this Zero Dawn super weapon is, you'd better use it soon or there'll be nothing left.
The final secret. There was no weapon. Just hope that life could survive. My focus has detected another flight recorder. And that ship has an antenna. A dead one perched on it. Great. I'll have to deal with it before I can look for the sensor cleaned. Okay, I should be able to check out that antenna now. An intact sensor unit. This should be all that Harry and Christia need. Looks like there's one more transmission in here.
This is the Hamilton.
Anchorage, your transmission has been received. Targeting the lead Horus.
Just lost the starboard missile battery. Can't fire. We're empty.
Damn it.
Captain, there's nothing left to fire. Your orders.
Set a course for the Horus chassis. Ramming speed.
Is it?
Thank you. I'll get...
I can't believe we're actually going home.
First, we need... to put this thing together.
Right. It's over. I'm sure it wasn't scary, Jim. Ow!
Ancestor, I offer to... with weapons still stands. If you need anything else, let...
are doing all right?
Hey, patrol went well, I take it.
want to get lost up here. Shut it down.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. I will, Rost. Now, and always. With Regalla out of the way, Hekarro and Tenakth, they're safe. The future's up to them now. I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, it is not a battle I am going to win. Focus. It's Varl's. I used to think no Nora would ever accept one. Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed. He refused to let me push him away. I failed Varl at Gemini. I should have pushed harder. I should have done more. I'd give anything to have him back.
You know, we've never played Machine Strike together.
Aloy!
Wish I could say even Regalla.
Yeah.
Right. Doesn't...
Yeah, so, I've
Don't worry.
been looking for...
I guess... Please.
You tell after every...
Sure. I better get...
Oh, you... Hey.
You,
and you...
I think... I need...
Right.
Aloy, I'm glad I heard you. I was half
sorry to Ready to...
Whatever.
Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Erend and I tried speaking to Sylens, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he? Thoughts on our new...
I'd say she smells like... She's more like a cold...
She's definitely different. I have...
I'll make sure...
Thanks.
Hey, Aloy. There are more supplies in that chest. Grab what you like.
You... I suck. Does this...
Almost. You... I know...
I've...
Why not? Guess... Are you okay?
Shh.
Don't worry. The Z...
If...
Here.
Oh.
You know that... Yeah.
But I probably...
I need...
I'll be...
Haven't seen...
I saw you. I would say that I...
Thank you.
It is I.
What did Chief...
There was little...
Well...
Indeed.
Your people keep mentioning the wing...
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings, and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess. It is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. And now, you have done it. Like the deeds of the Ten themselves, it will never be forgotten. So, tell me, how did it feel?
I won't lie. Pretty good.
I can only imagine.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't bleed at all.
Honestly, with her, nothing would surprise me. Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious how you intend to defeat the Zenith's defenses without an army of our own.
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say. You have more than earned my trust.
Look, I know you're probably not happy about keeping Regalla around, but I want her on our side when we fight the Zeniths.
It is more than she deserves. Even so, I will not question your judgment.
Thank you, Kotallo. Anything new going on I should know about?
The Quen has been more insistent than usual, asking about the visions at the Grove. Her pursuit of knowledge is relentless. The Ten would have a hard time fighting her off.
Just think of her like one of your chaplains.
Yes. Only more persistent.
I have to...
Understood.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
a second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
So, Eric... was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company. A band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him, though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth?
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths, Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What, like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess. All selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
So this channel you shared with Beta.
Gerard believes he's the most... Even after 1,000 years, he still can't imagine that I would... The channel allowed me to interact with Beta. It offered us a chance...
Until you cut off all contact.
Yes. Though it pained me. I was worried.
She felt like you tossed her aside.
I was afraid the others would find out and punish her. She may not have had the comforts of friendship anymore, but at least I ensured she was safe. I know it seems harsh, but you must believe that her well-being has always been paramount to me.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths, cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the Proving Lab after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Far Zenith, not who I truly am.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
When it's time to break into the Zenith base, what can we expect?
I'll go over the full layout once you've assembled your friends. Suffice it to say, we will need to push as fast as possible to Beta and Gaia's location, dealing with heavy resistance along the way. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for space.
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
Okay.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. I see Liz's dream.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will.
I'm gonna clean my gear later. I can do yours if you want.
This place smells wrong. No sand or wind, only cold steel. And the others up there, your school.
They can hold their own. And as for this base, it may not be what you're used to, but it is a shelter.
Call it what it is.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for...
The whole time I've been in the West, I've been fighting. I'd at least like to know why.
You were among the enemy.
Why did you do it?
Dorok, Jiroka, Makalo, and the Karja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among the... But the Karja captured them, strung them up, and it was too late.
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance? No. I wanted devastation. To tear down the Karja, hunt down every last survivor. But my chief betrayed me.
How did Hekarro betray you?
Hekarro called on the clans to resist the Karja's red raids. But we did more than just defend. We hunted them. It was an insult. No Outlander can ever deserve to wear our armor. And then a Karja messenger was brought before us? That's when I knew. Rag is...
What happened when the Karja messenger appeared before?
A quivering priest. Suddenly the Karja wanted to talk peace. An embassy at the very fort. A true Danakth. When their blood exists to be spilled. He showed him... His mercy was just done. I vowed never to rest until the death. So with an army of soldiers, the day you got him.
The deal you made. Override. How did Silence approach you?
That name means nothing. My agreement was with the Oseram Asera. If it was a trick, I would have crushed her. But she spoke with the same burning hatred, and she offered me the chance to the terror in your eyes. I bet you felt.
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal?
But
because of... Are you really going to fight alongside me? Really?
I failed to kill Hekarro, failed to eliminate you. No Tenakth would follow me now. The Carja remain out of my reach, cowering behind their walls. All I have left are the screams of those long dead and unending rage. So show me where to bury it.
All right. I got...
Ever since you got in my way, I've wanted. But if I'm to die, then it might as well be with a...
I'll let you know when it's time to move out.
Yeah? Oh, sure. Yeah, of course.
There might be a way to deal with him.
Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a Sarah to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades in the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
Except to a Sarah. How did you get a Sarah to work for you?
I knew there was an associate of the Oseram tinker, Dervahl, who escaped his failed assault on Meridian. It was trivial to track her down and gain her cooperation. She wanted to succeed where Dervahl had failed.
So you promised her Regalla, and the Tenakth. The Sarah would help you create a machine-riding army that wanted to see Meridian burn as much as she did.
And so a partnership was born out of thirst for blood, bonded in mutual self-interest.
You think you had everything figured out, huh?
I did.
Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
Yes. Even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Why help Regalla take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regalla's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Carja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand. Yes, exceedingly so. All Regalla craved was war against the Carja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen. Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills. Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like? For a start.
All right, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
Oh, before I forget, I watered those plants. I just know they meant a lot to me.
Thank you.
So, you return.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that? All right, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly, from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Remember, we need to get Sylens' weapon to the Zenith base intact.
We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off. I can hear the drink.
If that one's not working right, you can...
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality. He's saved my butt a couple of times now. It wouldn't feel right to leave it behind. You know, besides, it,
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. Faro made the...
Thanks. I found out a few days before you guys went. I was, So he sat Vala, Ursa.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised, and you never...
I guess we never got round to it. No time like the present, if...
You...
Yeah? Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to... See, during the war, the Carja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, you know, for what? To die as sacrifice, thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other And when it was Ursa's turn, the Carja thought she'd go down if they...
Oh, but she didn't.
As she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Carja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince, he knew their best chance was to get... He got her everything she needed to disguise herself as perfumes.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa with her bare hands. But Avad had to dress up
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
as perfumed, and Ursa said he looked better like that.
That would,
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they paid a traveling merchant to get...
You were right.
All good stories are. I'll see you at...
I wouldn't have it.
At least...
Thanks. Everyone here, if it weren't...
You know, he realized, to be honest, so he brought up this... We sat there. I thought about how every... And any... I miss him.
I know. You and
him, and that I still...
I should go.
Before...
What is it?
You place this focus in my care. If I should fall in battle, for the both of us.
So... Let's just...
Would I dare challenge them, or... We used to... I hated her guts. We became very close, and she promised she'd wait for...
Well, that was smart of her.
Yeah, I don't know about...
I do.
Whatever happens, I never thought I'd...
Come on, do I look...
I know if we died... We'll try.
The rest Zenith's for... but...
What?
I don't know. I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through.
Thank you.
You brought us to... Oh, and by the way, to go back to the Tremor Tusks before we leave on our mission.
Right.
Thank you.
Now that...
The bull... And how we...
I'll try.
I know.
We didn't really...
There... If he... Well, I will have the...
I'm sure... I'll see you...
It will be...
Welcome back, Aloy. I'll be making...
I miss Varl. It still hurts to think about him. I don't know if the pain will ever really go away. When I find that bastard, Eric, I'm gonna make him pay. Elizabeth and Tilda had a history. The more I learn about her life, the more complicated it seems. I guess she saw something good in Tilda. I don't know what exactly, but... seems like it was enough. For a while, at least.
Yes.
Where have I seen this before?
Something else? As you wish.
I hope to see you back in no man's land, Huntress.
Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous.
Understood, Aloy.
Aloy,
Where are the others?
not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others.